This week on Machinery Pete TV, Pete travels to Seven Springs, North Carolina. We'll see Glen Rouse's top-notch one-owner lineup of Deere tractors sell to an engaged crowd. A lot of sheet metal work went into restoring this McCormick. And Pete gives us an update on the latest trends in used combine values.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.
No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone. Well, folks, I've made my way back to North Carolina. I tell you, I love coming down here. The folks are so friendly. We're in Seven Springs, North Carolina today for the retirement auction for Glen Rouse. And I tell you what, Glen has some John Deere tractors that are fantastic. One owner, 8285R, 8235R. But first, we got to go back to the studio, catch up on the latest farm equipment news.
Thanks, Pete. The newly confirmed leader of agriculture under the Trump administration, Brooke Rollins, making one of her first official visits as Secretary of Ag at this year's Top Producer Summit in Kansas City, Missouri. Rollins taking part in a fireside chat, speaking about her goals for the agency and priorities.
The importance of this agency to our farmers and ranchers and programs like the farm loans, et cetera, those are imperative to a thriving rural America.
The Association of Equipment Manufacturers says 2025 is off to a slow start for ag equipment sales. It says January sales of all tractors were down 16% compared to a year ago. Four-wheel drive units were down 55%. Combine sales were also lower, off 79%. And Iowa resident J.J. Goodman toured all 99 counties of the state in search of the best pork tenderloin. Well, he found it. After more than 10 months of taste tests, the title goes to the Landmark Bistro in Grundy Center, Iowa. Read more about the winner at porkbusiness.com. Now let's check on recent auctions around the country.
Hey, stay with us, folks. Coming up, you're not going to want to miss this beautiful tractor. A 2012 John Deere 8235R, bought new by owner Glen Rouse. It's got 2,314 hours on it.
When you're serious about harvesting corn, you harvest with a Drago. That's because Drago delivers more yield-saving technologies than any other brand. Self-adjusting deck plates save kernels across every row. Lower velocity knife rollers reduce ear bounce and shatter. And the industry's lowest profile captures more ears. Stop leaving yield in the field and harvest like you mean it. Drago. Learn more at dragotech.com.
Looking to sell your equipment or needing an upgrade? Purple Wave Auction has you covered. From construction to agriculture and fleet, we make it easy for you to sell, bid, or buy. Always online and always no reserve. Take the next step and register for free today at purplewave.com. It's time to experience the easiest and most straightforward way to buy and sell equipment with Purple Wave Auction.
I appreciate that FBN recognizes the importance of farmers. They value the independence that I have and my peers have. And in an industry that's seen rapid consolidation and continues to, I see sometimes FBM not just as a tool, but as a shield. I want to protect what we've got and then continue to build on what we have.
Keeping your equipment clean can be frustrating and time-consuming. It doesn't have to be. Check out Dakota Wash and the Power of Foam from Dakota Ag Innovations. The user-friendly foam cuts grease, won't harm painted surfaces, is wash bay approved, and is easy on delicate electronics. Multiple foaming options and complete packages available no matter the scale of your operation and equipment. Cut your cleaning time significantly and get your equipment back to work. Find Dakota Wash and the Power of Foam at your local farm store or check them out online at poweroffoam.com or call 888-996-7801 to find a dealer near you.
Hey folks, I'm here with Glen Rouse, Seven Springs, North Carolina. And Glen, your tractor's low-houred, beautiful, and your 8235R one owner, right?
Yes, sir. Bought it brand new.
2012?
Yes, sir.
And where did you buy it?
Bought it from Mr. Danny Langston and from Quality Equipment, Smithfield, North Carolina.
Danny Langston. You bought a number of items from him, it sounds like.
Yes, sir. He was really great to work with.
Nice. And low hours on the 8235R, I think 2314?
Yes, sir. That is correct. We used it mainly in tobacco.
Tobacco.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now I understand some transmission work done to it?
Yes, sir. We had problems with the transmission, and I've come to find out they had more problems with other tractors the same size, and they went in transmission and rebuilt it, and it's worked fine ever since.
And that was the good folks at Quality Equipment that did the work for you?
Well, yes, sir, but they were out of Goldsboro.
Goldsboro.
It was a little closer.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you and Jamie mostly on tobacco. Is that a big rig for tobacco or not necessarily?
Yes, sir, but when you pull an 8-row equipment, you got to have some horsepower and something that'll go.
And right next to it, another beautiful tractor, the two-wheel 7610. Glen, when did you guys buy this one?
We've had this tractor about 8 or 10 years. We got it from a guy over in Snow Hill that ordered it for tobacco. And when we went to 8-row, we wanted something that would handle 8-row equipment, and that's when we purchased it.
Okay. And you have, I think, just over 6,000 hours on it?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Well, folks, I've seen almost 300 John Deere 8235R sold at auction over the years, compiled all those sale prices. Now, the last two that I've seen, kind of interesting. About 6 weeks ago, a sale in Brillion, Wisconsin, one with 25,000 plus hours on it, brought 39,000 bucks. And a couple weeks ago in Benoit, Mississippi, on an auction, we saw one with 5,149 hours go for 80,000. Now, totally different deal today here. We got a 12 model, a one owner with 2,314 hours on it.
Ready to go. Owner operator right here, set tone, 100 and a half. 150 pound out of 150 to 150 to 150. How much? 75. Look at 100. 100 pound out of 100 and a quarter, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a quarter. You give 100 and a quarter, 100 and a quarter, 100 and a quarter, half, 100 and a half. 100 and a quarter, look at 100 and a half, 100 and a half, 100 and a quarter, look at a half. Take 30, 130 pound out of 125, 30, 125 here, look at 130 pound out of 125, now 30, 130, 130 pound out of 130, 125, look at 130, 125 now, 30, look at 130 pound out of 130, $130,000, 130. Bottom 125,000.
Well, folks, the last 13 John Deere 7610 tractors I've seen sold at auction, the average sale price right on the dot, 50,000 bucks. Now, today's auction, we got an 01 model with 6,089 hours.
Good high clearance tractor right there. Here we go. How much? Hey, settle me in. What are going to be in here? Get 25, 25, 25, 25, 30, 35, 40, 35, get 45, 40, 45, 40, 45, 45, 40 now, 5, 40 to 5, pound, 40 hit and 5, it's 40, look at the 5, pound, 40 here now, 5, I'm at 40, look at the 45, pound, 40 hit and 5, it's 40, how much? What you got, 45? 40, what'd you get? 45, 50, 45, 50, 45 here, look at the 50, 45, look at the 50, 46, 7, 47 down, not a 47, look at 47 down, not a 47, 8 over 8 down, not a 48 down, not a 48, 47, look at 48 down, not a 47, look at 48 down, not a 48, 48 down, not a 48, anybody want to get 48, 47, 8, y'all looking nice tractor right here, low hours, 47,000, looking 48 down, not a, you're going to get 48, 9, 9, 9, 49, not a 49 down, not a 48, look at 49, 49 down, not a 49. $49, now $50,000. We'll get 50, I'm at 49, look at the 50, at 49, look at the 50, at 49, look at the 50. You travel the country over, you ain't gonna find enough cleaning this one. 49, now 50, I'm at 49, but I want $50,000, at 49, now 50, look at $50,000, at 49, now 50, we'll get 50,000, 50, look at $50,000 bid, 50,000, y'all done, $50,000 bid. So it's come for $49,000 going to Nashville.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
$6,000 bill, David, where you at? $6,000 bill, 5,500, look at the $6,000 bill, 5,500, look at the same, look at the $6,000 bill, $6,000, 5,500, look at the 6. Bottom 5,500, 18, 17, 5, look at 18, look at 18, 75, look at 18, 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 look at 18,000, $18,000. So it's over 17.5 on the telephone. 15.5, look at 16, look at 16,000, 15.5, look at 16, look at 16,000, 15.5, look at 16, look at 16,000, 16,000, last call, look at $16,000 bid. Bottom 15.5, 15.5. 41 here now, day, we get you down, and then 41 here now, day, we get 42 down, and then 41 day, 41 day, we get 41 here now, day, we get 41 now, day, anybody want to get $42,000 bid? $42,000, $42,000. So it's on for $41,000.
The sun and weather can take its toll on your equipment's appearance. Fix faded paint with Dakota Shine. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Remove stubborn oxidation with Dakota Prep. Rinse and fix faded paint with Dakota Shine. Kits available in multiple sizes to fit your needs. Apply using a paint gun or aerosol can. It is not a wax and works on most painted surfaces, decals, rubber, vinyl, and all colors. Increases value and improves appearance. Find it at your local farm store. Check them out online at dakotashine.com or call 888-996-7801 to find a dealer near you.
Looking for a unique speaker for your upcoming ag-related event? Consider Machinery Pete. He'll share stories from 35 years on the road. Call 844-727-6374 or email customer support at machinerypete.com.
All right, folks, I made my way to North Carolina here, and I'm with Jason Aycock with Aycock Auctioneering. And Jason, been wanting to come down here for a long time, and I'm a big fan of how you roll and how you're building your business. And quite a story, how you got involved with the auction business. Walk us back and tell us how this all happened.
So my daddy was a farmer, and he loved to go to farm auctions. And if there was a farm auction, I was with him.
Okay.
And just watching the auctioneer, and it just intrigued me. And actually my daddy could auction, and he was pretty good.
So he was in the
But
auction
he was
business.
not a licensed auctioneer,
Okay.
but he could auction, and he worked with me going back and forth to the sales. And growing up on the farm, you know, when you're driving the tractor, you're cutting hay or you're baling hay or whatever, I mean, it's nothing else to do, so why not auction, you know? And when you're driving up the road, and I won't ever forget driving, it was an old wore-out Massey Ferguson 255. And if you got over 13, the wheels would do this number right here. So I figured if I could had to drive that slow, I might as well practice my auctioneering champ.
That's where it started.
So that's where it started. And you know, when I was 7 years old, I would go to my granddaddy's store, and he had an old wood cook stove in there, and he'd sit me up on the stool and said, "Let me hear your auction one time." And it just inspired me that that's what I always wanted to do, and it progressed from there. You know, you had to be 18 to get your license. So when I was 17, I went to auctioneering school in Mendenhall in High Point, North Carolina, and took the test when I was 18. And that's when I got my auctioneer's license, and I started Jason Aycock Auctioneering in 2007, and you know, farming and working another job. I mean, we were.
Let's talk about that. So you farm.
Yes, sir.
And livestock?
Livestock, yeah. Cattle, brood cows, and I background some calves some, and
you had the auction business, but you also had another off the farm job.
I did. I worked as a project manager for an underground utility company, and he's a farmer, so he kind of had a passion for what I was doing, and with the auction business and stuff. So it was a good fit.
Welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week we're off to west central Iowa to learn about a classic orchard tractor. Owner Will Sick traveled from Iowa to New Mexico to pick up this International 06. He said it was in pretty rough shape when his son-in-law Steve found it, so he got right to work on it. Today it looks brand new.
It was produced mostly for orchard work, and the unique part is that it has an excess of tin work to protect the operator, and most of the work in the orchard was pulling a sprayer, usually in a trailer, and they might have had a hand boom on it, spray the trees, and then just the area between the trees for weed control. Has the extra tin work to keep you from getting slapped in the face repeatedly by tree branches. Has the same engine as an M Farmall, and I've never been around one, but that's about it. My son-in-law was in a job site in New Mexico and saw this tractor along with an OS6, let me know they were there. And a year later, they were still there. So we called and got them purchased and went down in a trailer and went down and got them. When we got these tractors, they were pretty rough shape. Did not have the side shields. We brought them here to my place, and then I decided to keep the OS6, and he took the 06 home to Minnesota and rebuilt it there. And I helped him some there, but he did most of it. Oh, we found some red dirt in the air cleaner, which the only place I could think of it comes from is Oklahoma, and my son-in-law mentioned, or Steve mentioned, it might come from Southern California. We'll probably just continue to show both of them, just get them out on Sunday and drive them around now and then. I have harrowed with this one on mine a little bit, but it's not the easiest tractor to drive. It doesn't have any steering assist.
Coming up, folks, our feature item on the show today, beautiful tractor, a 2013 John Deere 8285R, one owner, 2,391 hours.
When you're serious about harvesting corn, you harvest with a Drago. That's because Drago delivers more yield-saving technologies than any other brand. Self-adjusting deck plates save kernels across every row. Lower velocity knife rollers reduce ear bounce and shatter. And the industry's lowest profile captures more ears. Stop leaving yield in the field and harvest like you mean it. Drago. Learn more at dragotech.com.
Cleaning aluminum stock and grain trailers is now easier than ever with just a weed sprayer, garden hose, and Bright Plus aluminum cleaner. Start from the bottom and work your way up. Watch the foam release any embedded dirt and grime that soap and water won't touch. Rinse thoroughly. User-friendly, biodegradable, and available in different sizes to fit your needs. You can now pull a clean trailer without the chance of damaging the aluminum. Find Bright Plus aluminum cleaner at your local farm store or check them out online at trailercleaner.com or call 888-996-7801 to find a dealer near you.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Okay folks, we need to talk about our feature item on the show today, a beautiful tractor, John Deere 8285R. Glenn, I think you bought this new in 13, you and Jamie?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay, again from Quality Equipment?
Yes, sir, from Mr. Daniel Langston out of Smithfield.
Okay. Now, again, low hours, one owner, 2,391 hours?
Yes, sir, that tractor's only been driven by me or my son.
Now, you were telling me that the 8235R you guys use on the tobacco.
Yes, sir.
How did you mainly use the bigger one?
We used a bigger tractor to strip till, 8-row strip till with on 30 inches with a planter hooked to it.
And your 8-row strip till, that was the John Deere 1700?
Yes, sir.
Planter? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And when did you move into that strip till?
Oh Lord, it's probably been 15 years ago.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. It's a one trip deal.
One trip deal.
Yes, sir.
Nice. And behind this baby, that's a good trip, isn't it?
Yes, sir. And it leaves the land mighty pretty.
Nice. Now again, I know with people looking so intently for 10 to 15-year-old tractors, one owner, low hour, which is exactly what you have here, Glenn. I imagine the interest in it was, you must have been getting a lot of inquiries.
We have. Of course, we started out with 4-row strip till, and then as we got, progressed on, then we went to 8-row.
Right.
You talking about a nice jewel right here? Here it is. How much? 100,000 online. 100 and a quarter. 100,000. Give 100 and a quarter. Give 100 and a quarter. Half. 100 and a quarter. Half. 100 and a half. 100 and a quarter. Give half. 30, 40, 140, 140, 140, 50, 140, 50, 140 down, 50 to 140 to 50 to 150, 140 down, 50. I'm 140. Look at 150 down. 140. Look at 150. Look at 150 down. 60, 160, 160 down. 160. 55. Not no more. You gotta go 60. 160 pound down. 160 down. 165, 165, 165, 165, 160 down 5, 160 down 5, 165, 2 and a half down 5, 162 and a half, 165, 167 and a half, 167 and a half, 167 and a half, 167 and a half, 165 down 7 and a half, 167 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 and a half, down there, 167 and a half, 167 and a half. 6, 7, 67, 167, 168, 88, 168, 168, 168, 168, hey, 167, 8, 167, 8, 168, 168, y'all done, 168, 168, total for 167,000.
Well, folks, the average auction price last year on a John Deere 8285R, $105,516. But our feature item on the show today, man, that was no average 8285R, 2,391 hours, 13 model, sells for $167K. Okay, folks, let's talk the latest trends with used combine values. Now, I'm seeing some different things emerging out there on the market. So the last year or so, of course, the 1- and 2-year-old model's been under a lot of pressure when they show up at auction. Now, last Thursday on an online farm auction out at Roodhouse, Illinois, this 23 model John Deere S770 with 373 engine hours on it, one owner with warranty, so for $312,500. Now, last year at auction, the average auction price on a 23 model S770 with between 300 and 450 engine hours was $366,292. And actually, early last year, I saw them go as high as $430,000. And again, last Thursday in Illinois, $312,500. Now, if you start getting just a little bit older models, we're seeing some selectively stronger pricing with used combines. So, for example, the 2 highest auction prices ever in the U.S. on New Holland harvesters. So let's go to January 21st, online auction out of Clarkson, Kentucky by Merit Auctions. This 20 model New Holland CR890, 652 engine hours on it with 36-inch tracks, bought new in 21. So for $277,500. Again, highest auction price ever in the U.S. on a New Holland combine. And just a couple weeks before that, Big Iron had a sale December 20th for another 20 model CR890 with 880 engine hours on it out of Herscher, Illinois, so for $260,250. And that's now the second highest auction price ever in the U.S. on a New Holland combine.
Well, thanks for joining us on Machinery Pete TV today, folks, from beautiful Seven Springs, North Carolina. Friendliest people you're ever going to meet. Come down to North Carolina, great farm country down here, and really a treat to see Glen Rouse's 3 John Deere tractors sell. And we'll see you back here next week on Machinery Pete TV. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.